This is Highway 171. Now, I almost killed me and another person there one time, but that's not the story I'm going to talk about, because this is where Red Smith, the game warden that would run through the woods 20 miles at a time and chase my daddy around. This was his area. He lives up the road. My daddy lived right there, but he was married to a different woman. We won't talk about her, but I was coming from Little Rock, right? And I was already in the throes of, I think my truck had burned up, my brand new truck, and I had rented a truck, and I went to Little Rock to get the works, right? And I'd been up a couple of days, and I decided I'd come down 30, hang it right there, Social Hill exit right there, 171. I was coming down that curve right there, the hill, and come into this curve, and I fell asleep, right? And when I fell asleep, I come right up, and I ran right off, and that right there, and got it stopped. I was in damn near in the wood line there, in this brand new rented pickup truck, and I had some weight on me, right? And of course, I had it in my butt cheeks, right? You know, thinking I was doing something. And I'll never forget, I was down there maybe, I don't know, a minute. And I'll be damned if a county sheriff didn't come right down here, right past that Magnum, stop and look at me, and then drove off. I promise you. And so, long story short, I called the tow truck, and they showed up. About the time they just pulled me out, they didn't have to tow me up. It didn't hurt the truck. I was like, man, praise Jesus. Just about to drive off, and this state trooper pulls up. Now, he lived up the road this way, and I didn't know it, right? But he ate at the restaurant, and when he seen me, he knew exactly who I was and what was going on. He said, hey, he said, when are you going to quit putting all that seasoning of crawfish? And I was cooking crawfish at that time about as good as I was living life. Not worth a fuck, right? But he said, hey, did you hurt yourself or anything, or hurt anybody? I said, no, sir. He said, well, then you can just get on out here. I ain't got to write you a accident report. And I hauled ass with that dope in my butt cheeks. Now, that same state trooper would pull me over later on another story, and I would leave him by the side of the car on my second fleeing attempt. And he was still good to me. But I'll tell you that one later. But my point is this. Today I was thinking about all the stupid mistakes and stuff I have made. Prison, I don't know, it can weigh on you, right? Missing the service, losing hundreds of thousands of dollars, Hep C, shooting myself in the leg, getting stabbed, divorce, losing my baby, not working for years, going to jail and prison, on, and legal fees. Stupid, wasteful decisions, right? And I was thinking about that because I think we all that have been down the road have thought about that. And it can weigh on you, especially after you get right and you think, well, man, if I'd only done this earlier in my life. And then I thought this, it took a lot of the Lord to be involved in that for me to live through that. But that is a skill set to survive that, right? And so when you get to weighing the shame and the guilt on the scales, all right, and it gets to looking real on level, I want you to remember to put the skill set of you surviving on the other side and level that son of a bitch up, because not just anybody can do all that shit and make it through it, right? Not just anybody can go through all that stupid choices and everything else and then come out the other side, be holding his phone and leading, inspiring thousands of people to change their life and tell the fucking truth about it, unashamed, and tell you all the ugly pieces and all the other pieces, the pieces that I'm embarrassed about, the ones that, hey, that don't make me proud, that my daughter's going to watch, that my mom watches, my wife watches, but to have reason, oh Lord, glory, hallelujah, I want you to receive this, that is not enough, because I have the skill set of survival on my behalf. Because not just anybody can do all that shit. And if you're wondering, if you're fucking in that deal where I'm beating myself up because I'm high or I made some piss poor mistakes and life must go on, I need you to remember, not just anybody can go through what you're going through. It's special. It's for fucking you. Hallelujah. Receive that. And when you get beat up by others and people remind you of your piss poor choices, I want you to understand that it's real simple to get down on yourself. But it takes a real special motherfucker to call it like it is. And that is, hey, not everybody can fucking make it through this shit, all right? And so I've got a skill set of not only fucking up, but of also overcoming. I've got a skill set of not also beating myself up about it, but I've got the skill set of beating this fucking world into submission and punishing motherfuckers with my success. And I want you to lean heavy on that one, hallelujah, because it's there if you're watching me. Yeah. I may not be the smartest son of a bitch. I may not be the upper level of education and thought and processes. I might not be the one that will be a valedictorian or a doctor or a lawyer. Or I may never speak at the Rotary Club or get a pardon. But the one fucking thing that they will say about me, and they'll say it about you, is that motherfucker never gave up. Hallelujah. And he is a fucking survivor. So punish him with your presence and your success and lead them on to glory. And be the fucking legend that they talk about that just wouldn't go away, that they couldn't kill. Fluent fucking English.
1, 2, 3.
That was a